Oh, that's a good one right there, folks. That's a good one right there. That is a good black crappie right there. Oh, big old black crappie. Hey, we're back out here on Greater Fort Loudoun this afternoon. Welcome to the channel. Lynn here, Lynn TN Fishing. Water conditions today are up a little bit. Well, these water conditions, a little stain to the water, but overall, I guess not too bad. All right, folks. We're gonna give it a shot here this afternoon. Saturday afternoon, day before the Super Bowl. It's about 55 degrees right now. We had a little front move through. Temperature should be kind of dropping throughout the day a little bit, but boy, it feels good out here now. Feels real good to be out here in this sun right now. So it's been a while since we've been out here. Last few times we were out looking for these little crappie, we weren't having much luck. They just really weren't anywhere to be found, and I kind of got a feeling we might be facing the same conditions today where there just may not be any crappie out here. You know, you can sit at home and wonder if there's any fish out here, or you can kind of get up, move on out that door and see what's going on. We're starting off with a little green jig. Tied this one up a few weeks ago. It's got kind of a light green, dark green combination with a little red thread and a black head there. I'm starting a little bit further up on this point here today than what I normally do, because when the crappie come back in here, you can really catch them all up and down this particular bank I like to fish. When they're not in here very good, there'll be a few here and there on a couple of little pieces of cover, but those little pieces of cover get hit real hard these days. Last few times I've fished here, there have been boat fishermen on that little piece of cover in the bank. We moved out here to a different spot. Back out here at spot number 2. Spot number 1, usual spot, didn't pay off today. Not much going on there. I think the crappie have left the building pretty much. Probably are not in the building here either, but figured we'd come over here and try it maybe an hour or two before dark just to see if we might get a black crappie over here. This little spot is pretty good for the black crappie from time to time. That wind is really blowing back in here all of a sudden today. Got a lot of wind blowing right now. Anyway, we're just going to ease it on back here. The wind's blowing in our face, so maybe that's good. Could have some crappie blown back up against this bank, some bait fish blown back up along the bank here. Crappie could be in here chasing them. Alright folks, we got one. Ooh, I didn't think we were going to get anything today, but we got one. Pretty sure it's a nice little old crappie here. Feels like maybe a decent crappie. Let's see what we got. Yeah, that's a decent crappie. That's a black crappie. That's a decent little old black crappie right there. That's a good one. That is a good black crappie right there. That is a decent little old black crappie right there. That ain't no monster. Hit that little old green jig right there. Decent crappie, hit that green jig. Oh, see if we can't get him turned loose right here. Decent little crappie right there. Seagulls want him. You ain't gonna get him, seagulls. Let's get him turned loose right here. Maybe we can get us another one here. Yeah, big old. Oh, sorry about that, Mr. Black Crappie. There he goes. There he goes. Whew, see if we can't duplicate that. Pretty decent little black crappie. That's a good sign. Good sign. If there's one crappie out there, there might be another one. Got plenty of light left here before dark. I noticed some fish out there flipping around a little bit. Some shad coming up, flipping the top of the water, so that was a good sign. We got him. I think we got a little sand bass probably. It don't feel like a crappie. He hit it, missed it, and he came back for it. That's a sand bass. That's a good sign though. A lot of times they'll be out there with them crappie and kind of hanging out together. Ooh, Watch out for that fin right there. You little devil. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Let me get him turned loose out here. There you go, little devil fish. And it's going to kind of ease her back here real slow, folks. Let that wind out there kind of, that little chop on the water kind of bounce that bobber up and down a bit. We got some seagulls out here today actively feeding. They're finding some food here. I've seen them out here consistently finding some shad, some little threadfin shad. There's one. Oh, that's a good one right there, folks. That's a good one right there. Oh, that's a good one right there. Hope that's a big black crappie. Feels like a decent one. I don't think that's a big monster, but that's a decent little old black crappie. That's number 2. Oh yeah, that's a decent little old black crappie right there. That's a good one. That's number 2 right there. Here in just a few minutes period of time, we might be on them right here a little bit, folks. Look at that right there. That's number 2. Pretty much the keeper right there. Uh-oh. Cut my finger right there somehow. I don't know how I did that. That sharp hook I've got right there, razor sharp, raked across my finger and cut it right there. It's a pretty decent little black crappie. Number 2 right there of the day. Number 2. Pretty close to a keeper. Get this little black crappie turned loose here and maybe we can get us another one or 2. Yeah. There you go, Mr. Crappie. Pretty little old crappie. There he goes. There he goes. And we got this little sand bass here, folks. Came up and nibbled at it there. Missed the crappie, I think, a second ago. A little bitty old, I call them a sand bass. They're a little yellow bass. I've always called them a sand bass for some reason. May not be correct. There he goes. Alright, well, we got a little bit of light left here. There's one right there. Oh, I missed him right there. I either hit that rock right there or I had one on. Probably hit that rock. We got a little bit of light left right here. That wind, man, it's cutting it's like a knife cutting through you right there. It is cold wind. That temperature's dropping a bit. The wind's whipping about 15, 18 miles an hour, feels like. So we're going to keep working it here for about another 15 or 20 minutes maybe. Might be able to get another one. Should be able to get another one. I feel pretty confident about it. Just had a bite there a minute ago, or might have come across that rock. I'm not sure. Quite a few big boulders out there. These black crappie like to lay in around them boulders, I guess. There's a lot of gravel on the bottom here. It's not as much of a dirt bottom here. I mean, it is a dirt bottom, but it's got a lot more gravel. It's not as mushy, so I think those black crappie like these conditions here a little bit better than back on that other side. And then here we get almost all black crappie pretty much. There's one right there. Oh, that's a good one right there. That is a good one. Boy, he nailed it right there. I think it's a good one. My drag is a little bit loose. Yeah, that's a good one right there, folks. That drag tightened up a little bit. That's a hog right there, I think. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Hard to tell. That drag. No, it's just one of them yellow bass. It's one of them yellow bass digging down there, and I thought I had a big crappie. They'll fool you like that. Them yellow bass will. You'll think you got yourself a big old crappie, and them yellow bass, boy, for their size, there's really not much out there that can fight like these things can. You can see they're made for power, speed and power, predatory. Oh, there he goes. Ooh, yeah, boy, I tell you what, that wind really howling back into my face. but I believe it's helping the fishing a little bit. I think it may be kind of pushing the bait fish back up against this bank. And then the crappie are coming in here, and the little sand bass feeding on these shad that are getting blown back up on this side of the bank. There's one right there. That's a crappie right there. That's a good one. Oh, that's a good one right there, folks. That's got a little weight to it right there. We'll go easy with him. That's kind of what we've been looking for. This will be crappie number 3 right here. I bet it's another black crappie. Probably a decent little black crappie. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good black crappie right there. That's pretty much a keeper size right there. Black crappie number 3 coming in, folks. Black crappie number 3 right there. Oh, that little green jig. Oh boy, my nose is running just a little bit. Nice one right there. Oh, sorry, Mr. Crappie. Didn't do that. Sorry about that, Mr. Crappie. See if we can get him turned loose. Boy, he's a good one right there. Pretty. Nice looking black crappie. Pretty old black crappie.